Hi, you all just finished a you-try problem where you got to find the distance between a pair of points. The points I gave you were the points -3, 2 and 0, -4. So let's find the distance. So just reminding you all, the distance formula is distance equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, and then you take the square root of all of that. It doesn't really matter which one you define as your x1 or as your x2. We're just going to try to be consistent. So my x values are -3 and 0. So I'm just going to do 0 minus -3 squared for my x's. The y coordinates are 2 and -4. Since I started with 0, I'll go ahead and be consistent, start with -4, and do -4 minus 2 and square that. So that's just plugging everything in. So here's my x2, here's my x1, here's my y2, and here's my y1, okay? And so x2 was 0, x1 was -3, y2 was -4, and y1 was 2. Okay, so I'm just substituting those values in. All right, from here, let's just go ahead and start simplifying. In the first parentheses, 0 minus -3 is the same thing as 0 plus 3, which would be 3. So I'll have 3 squared. In the second parenthesis, I've got -4 minus 2, which would be -6. And that'll be squared. Now I'm ready to do some squaring. 3 squared is 9. -6 squared is -6 times -6, which is a positive 36. Then I can go ahead and add those two together and get the square root of 45, which is not a perfect square. So if you want to simplify that, I would break it apart. 45 is 5 times 9, and 9 is 3 times 3. So you have a pair of 3's that we can bring out. So the 3 will go outside the square root, and then we'll have a 5 left that will stay inside. Okay? In case you're curious, the approximation, or the decimal approximation, if you just type in the square root of 45 in your calculator, that's probably the easiest way to do that. You get about 6.708 as a decimal approximation.